Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do assignment 213A. We're going to go ahead and start assembling the selfie stick. What you're going to submit for this assignment is the screenshot like this here. All right, we're going to start assembling some of the components, and this is what you're going to submit for the assignment. So go ahead, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here I have Fusion open. So just like from the previous assignment, I had you upload the selfie sticks design file onto a folder that you created, 213, called selfie stick. So we're going to go ahead and start assembling it using these parts here. Okay, so just like on the last assignment, we learned about the 7 types of joint constraints in Fusion 360. Let me show you here real quick. All right, so if I click on here, right, on Infusion, the 7 types are already listed here. So for the selfie stick assignment project that we're going to work on, we're going to work with 3. We're going to work with rigid, revolute, and slider. For this assignment 213A, we're going to just do rigid and revolute, right? So, but here are the 7 types, right? Here's rigid, here's revolute, here's slider, here's cylindrical, here's the pin slot, planar, and ball. Here are the 7 types of joint constraints that Fusion has. Okay, they're also called mates in other 3D programs called SolidWorks, but it's the same premise. Okay, all right. So here are the selfie stick parts. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on a couple of 4 of the components, not all of them. Right. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn off the visibility on some of these. Okay. So what we're going to do, let me show you what the parts are, right? So if I click on it, this is the shoe top. This is the shoe bottom, right? These are what the components are called. This is the shoe, right? It looks like a screw, but in terms of the selfie stick parts, the screw is called the shoe. This is the stick adapter, right? The stick top, the stick bottom, the phone holder bottom, and the phone holder top. Okay, so right now we're just going to work on these 4 components of the selfie stick first. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the visibility of these here, right? So just it's a matter of turning it off by checking on the eye, right? So I'm going to turn off the turn off the visibility for the phone holder top, the bottom, the stick bottom, and the stick top. Okay, we're going to work with these 4. All right. So to get started, in Fusion 360, when you were working with components and assembly, one of these components always has to stay grounded. So we're going to go ahead and ground this shoe top here. Okay, in order to do that, I'm going to go and click on the shoe top level, right? I'm going to highlight it. Okay, left click, and then I left click on the shoe top, and then I'm right click to get all the options. I'm going to go hit ground, second from the top. So now the shoe top is grounded, right? That means it'll have 0 degrees of freedom. It's not going to be able to move along the x-axis or along the z-axis or along the y-axis, right? Again, the red line shows the x-axis. The blue line shows the z-axis on this plane. And you can't really see the green line, but that is the y-axis, okay? So we grounded the shoe top. So now what we're going to do, let me zoom in. We're going to go ahead and put the shoe we're going to put the shoe on the shoe top. And then from there, we're going to put on the shoe bottom on top of the shoe and the shoe top. And then we're going to put the stick adapter. Okay. So those 4 things we're going to do for this assignment. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click just like we did for the assembly in the blocks. So we're going to go to assemble and then hit joint. Okay. And again, just like we did in the last assignments, we're always going to hit capture position. If we hit continue, then the components are just going to move back to these places. So I'm going to always hit capture position, right? Okay, so let me show you again. So what we're going to do, we're going to move the shoe, right? Touching the circle, we're going to go from here to here, the hole onto the shoe top, right? So this is point A to point B, right? We always have a 2-step command. We're going to go from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to go on assemble. I'm going to click on joint, capture position. Then I'm going to click circle onto here, right? Component 1 to component 2. All right. So let me show you here. If I click on the motion tab, let's make sure that it's on rigid because it's going to be a rigid constraint, right? It was by default on Revolut. So I'm going to click on the rigid constraint, go back to the position tab, right? And I'm going to click on the face of the circle of the shoe onto the whole face of the shoe top, right? See that? See how it just moved? And so obviously we don't want the screw in facing that way. So we can flip it, right? Just flip here and the screw will be facing the north side instead of the south side. See that? I just flipped it this way. It was here. I'm going to flip it over, let it face this north side going this way. Okay. Hit OK. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So now that the shoe is screwed into the shoe top. So now we're going to move the shoe bottom onto the assembly here where the shoe and the shoe top is. Okay. It's going to also be a rigid constraint, joint constraint, right? So I'm going to click on this face here, right? The inside face of the shoe bottom onto the outside face of the shoe, the top of the screw. Okay. In order to do that, I'm going to click assemble, go to joint, right? Let's just check, make sure it's it's got a rigid joint, right? On the tab here. I'm going to click on the face here onto the face of the top of the shoe, right? See how it moved? And I don't like the way that looks, so let's flip it. Let's do that again. Right, so I'm going to click on, okay, so I undid that command. I'm going to hit assemble, joint. I'm going to click on the inside here onto the circle part, not onto the actual shoe top. I'm going to click on the shoe itself right there. And it needs to go, oh, that's not the way it needs to go. Okay, hit cancel. Let's do that again. Okay, so I'm going to click on assemble, joint, click on this face onto here. There we go. Okay, see how it turns? So that's how it should look. Okay, after a couple of tries, that's how it should look. Okay, hit OK. So if I look on there, so now I have the shoe bottom, the shoe, and the shoe top assembled. So now we're going to put the stick adapter on here, right? We're going to place the stick adapter onto this assembly here, right? All right, so I'm going to click on the inside edge, the inside left face of the hole here. Let me rotate onto here, okay, on the outside edge of this hole. Okay, let me show you that again. Okay, click on the default view. So I'm going to click on the inside left face of the stick adapter, right, inside left, rotate the view onto the outside left of this assembly here, okay? So this time I'm going to hit, this time it's going to be the Revolut command, right? So let's go ahead, click assemble, click the joint, all right? And then I'm going to click here on the motion tab, and I'm going to click on Revolut, right? We're going from rigid to Revolut, right there, second from the left. Again, we're going to click on, okay, let's click on to position, right? I'm going to click on the face right here, the inside left corner. Then I'm going to rotate the view cube onto here. And see that now it's revolving. Okay. So before we hit OK, I'm going to look up from the top, right? You can see all the views, see how it looks, right? This is from the back. Here's the 3D view, right? It's over, right? Here's what it looks like from the right, from the back, from the left, right? But it doesn't look symmetrical. See how it's like to the left? There's no space here and there's like a big gap here. We're going to try to fix that. Let's click on 3D view. Let's click on the top. Okay, so here, see, I'm going to click on this arrow. I'm going to see if I can see how it goes. If I go this way, it's 0.10 inches. Go this way, it's 0. So I kind of want to make this even. All right, so see how the offset's 0.10. Let's see if we change this offset Z to 0.5. Nope, that's too far. 0.05. Right, nope. All right, let's do 0.025. Perfect, see that? So I went from 0.05 to 0.025. So we cut that in half. So I went ahead and typed in 0.025. So it's 0.025. There's a gap here, a 0.025 over here. All right, so hit OK. All right. So click the home view, and this is what I'm going to want to see. Okay. This is what you're going to screenshot. Oh, let's go ahead and save it. Save. Hit OK. Oh. All right. Let's undo that. Can I undo that? Nope. Okay. I'm going to hit save as selfie stick. I don't know that call. It's my cousin calling. We're going to name this a selfie stick. And this is what you're going to screenshot. Show it to you. All right. So I have selfie. It's I'm name on the data panel, right? The folder name 213 selfie stick, right? I'm going to see that. And then also the joints, right? I can see the Revolute joint right here, and then the two rigid joints here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to want to see that you're going to submit for the screenshot for this 213.213A for the selfie stick assembly. All right, so that's it for this video.